for a cover.
Hi, this is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And that's Brad.
Hi.
It's my birthday, so he's here to take us to lunch. But like I said in the last live, I just want to do this episode and then go drink for my birthday. Woo! Birthday party!
Party, party, party.
And then we're going to go to bowling after this. Woohoo! And you know what? I'm so glad that we have Brad here because I was going to do my intro for this, like, talk thing.
Yeah.
As about the races.
Oh, perfect.
That's fucking perfect.
Oh, we can interview Brad.
We'll interview Brad about the races.
Nice.
So exciting. Okay.
Yes.
So, let's get this going because it's my birthday and I want to drink. Yay. Okay, are we ready?
We're ready.
Vavade.
We're ready.
All right. Is anybody watching? Nobody's even watching yet.
We've already done 2 lives, and they will rewatch.
You know what? They're getting sick of us.
No,
We've been live all morning.
Show more boob.
I was showing boob earlier if you didn't miss out. I had my whole... And she had her bra out and...
Oh, look. You said that. Somebody's watching. 2 people are watching.
That quick. You just whip it out. Hi. Who's watching? Hi, Kayleen. That is such a cool way to spell your name.
Yeah, and
I like that. It's different than normal. Tell your mom she did good.
And then see the other one, it doesn't even say who it is. So we don't know.
Yeah. Some people are private on here, and that's okay. Here, okay. So, hey. So,
it's saying
Brad.
slow connection.
Oh, they shouldn't be. But look. Well, you can see us here. Look. See how it's delayed, Brad? Isn't that so annoying?
That's our monitor.
Yeah. Okay. So, ready, set. Hi, this is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked. And today we have a special guest because it's my birthday. And our special guest is my husband, Brad. Say hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Okay, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
So he came to take us out to lunch, and I decided that I wanted to record this episode really quickly. So now he gets to sit in here with us. So exciting. But I also wanted to talk about how I went to the races this past week. We went to Bakersfield, and Brad won the race.
Yeah!
Yay!
He not only won the race, he won the championship, the points championship for the year. So he is officially the 2023 NHRA Heritage Series champion. National champion. I was going to say of the world, but I guess he's not of the world. It's just of the nation. Of
America.
Of fucking America.
He is the national champion of America.
So now he gets a big Wally and a medium-sized Wally and then a really obnoxious 3-tiered.
I saw that. I was like, that is a really big trophy.
The trophy is literally 3-tier. It's like 3 tiers tall, like 3, and it's like, I don't know, 3 feet tall. And it is ridiculous, and it's only because he won the Hot Rod Reunion. Like, that specific race, usually you just get, like, a little Wally, which is, like, a little, like, their statue, like, the Oscars or the Academy Awards or whatever. It's the Wally. And, this other one is just, no other race has an additional trophy except for this one. He's already won one before. So now he has 2 of these obnoxiously large trophies, and every year that we get it, I'm like, this is obnoxious.
And has to live at work.
And yeah, they all of his trophies live at work in one of the offices.
That's what I was gonna ask. Where are you gonna put it?
Yeah, they're all there. He has a whole shelf. We actually have to get another shelf. He has he has 5 championship or 6 now. 5 championships, and then he has how many little Wallies for the races? 11 little Wallies. So
that's pretty impressive.
It's fun, and our 7-year-old Max was really learning and working on the car this time.
He got oil all over him.
He got dirty. He was actually had a wrench to the car and was like changing out oil and stuff.
I saw some pictures too. I think you posted them, Brad, on Facebook, and you showed me a couple at your house too. And he's definitely following in your footsteps. I can see him going like all the way when he's older.
Yeah, he's always been into it. And it's not something that we pushed him into either. I didn't want him to be pushed into it or swayed. So like their nursery was Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Everything was very like generic because I didn't want to push him in any direction. He just gravitated towards that. Whereas like Cody doesn't give a fuck about the races.
And
like,
didn't you tell me that he said the races smelled funny or something?
oh my god.
He said something about his
talking about
his
Bakersfield.
No,
In
Bakersfield.
general.
Bakersfield in general.
I thought he meant from all of like the exhaust.
No, they're used to that
There's
smell.
a fertilizer farm right next door.
And at night it gets really bad. And I had the windows in the trailer open, and we're sleeping there. We're trying to go to bed, and all of a sudden, Cody goes, or Max, one of them says, "This smells like poop." And Cody goes, "Yeah, what is that?" And I was like, "It's just Bakersfield. I mean, it's just what Bakersfield smells like.
But
it's
what did he
shit."
call it?
And so then all of a sudden, Cody says, "This smells like chicka chicka boom poop." So funny.
I remember you told me that, and I was like dying. I was like, of course Cody's like, fuck this place.
Yeah, he's like, he'd rather go to an amusement park.
Yeah,
He
go
doesn't
shopping.
care.
Yeah. He's like us, like, he's like more like, just like, what is it called? Retail therapy or something.
Like they have vendor row, and then they have where we get to get goodie bags and stuff, because if you purchase tickets early, you get like a goodie bag, and you just go up there. It's like a magazine, a little magnet. It's like stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But we get one for every ticket that we purchase advanced.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Do you want to go shopping?" He's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Like, no question. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
He's like
mommy.
yeah.
And anytime they say, "Let's go shopping," he's like, "Okay." And then
you know why?
Huh.
It's because he's a tourist. No, that's because tourists. I'm a tourist. We like to go shopping. It's a
I thought you
tourist.
said tourist.
He is a tourist, I guess. Well,
He totally is a tourist. I did say tourist.
A tourist. And then you know what else happened? I relearned, or I guess I forgot that I knew how to ride Brad's longboard, the skateboard.
Oh yeah.
And so I was able to, Brad got me a longboard years ago before I had kids, because I would ride it around the track through the pits and stuff. And then I got pregnant, and so I'm not going to, like, ride a longboard. And then I couldn't ride a longboard because there's kids at my pit. I couldn't, like, leave the pit. I couldn't do anything. Well, now that the boys are riding bikes around the pits and everything, I jumped back on the longboard, and I remember how to ride. I'm so excited.
That's good. I don't know how to do a skateboard.
Well, I can't do it on real roads, but at the racetrack, they try to keep everything pretty paved, pretty, like, clean.
Oh yeah, it's real smooth.
So it's more smooth. I mean, there's still like rocky parts from like where the asphalt is just like old. Yeah. But it's not like riding on a street here, like going through potholes and shit.
Oh no.
So yeah.
You hit a rock and fly off.
Yeah.
I would.
I don't think that I could ever I can't do that here.
Well, I mean, you did once. You hit the speed bump, fell down, but you saved your cigarette.
Yeah. That takes talent. Okay, so today, because it's still spooky season, I wanted to do a true crime type thing, which is so not our...
I'm so excited.
It's really not our type of show, but there's a reason. And it's because we're going to unlock the media-influenced murder of Leo Frank.
Wow.
So, the media has a major influence on society and how we think, feel, and perceive the world. And, like, even if you are, like, don't believe that you're influenced by the media, like, you are. We all are. Like, there's no... And
Programming.
And I'm not just, like, talking about, like, news media, but it's, like, all social medias, news outlets, magazines, even books are media. Media is, like, really any platform that somebody expresses information to tell to somebody else. Music is a form of media, like everything. So to say that you're not influenced by media is an impossibility. Sure. Everybody is influenced by media in some way or another. Everything you read and hear can change and influence your perspective of the world and everybody around you. We definitely see how the media plays a part in current affairs, such as #FreeBritney.
Mm-hmm.
We, congratulations, social media, we freed Britney.
She's a nut.
And I 100%
I love Britney Spears. I've been to so many of her concerts, and but I will say that as I'm a life fan of Britney, I am concerned.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned.
And you know that we were on the Free Britney.
Yeah.
And I'm 100%, I think that the only reason Britney was freed from her conservativeship is solely because of the media influence.
Hugely partly. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And guess what? Like, the people may have been wrong in freeing her.
Yeah,
Like,
now she's dancing around with
completely.
knives and
like,
stripper poles.
You know what?
and-
That's a different story for a different
She's
day.
so hot.
Oh yeah, she's
but-
hot. Britney's always hot.
I
but
don't know. Her eyes
talking
look
about
kind
stripper
of
pole
weird.
You know, the thing with Britney is I really feel that, I know this isn't a Britney episode, but I feel like really sad for her because she's been controlled so much. She has like no relationship with her children. She has like, it doesn't seem like she has any relationship with any friends or family. She
No.
seems so isolated
And alone.
And alone. And that's one of my main concerns for her because let's say she was like mentally stable person or she's on the right medication if she needs them or whatever. Anybody who's going to be isolated like that is going to start drifting the other way, and you have to have human interaction. So I feel
Definitely.
like when she's doing these like Instagram things,
Yeah.
she is looking for attention because maybe she doesn't have anybody to talk to or anything. Like, where are her friends? Like celebrities, like all these people that were at her wedding. Like, hello. Drew Barrymore was there, Madonna was there, Selena Gomez was there, and multiple other people. Like, go visit Britney. How is Britney? Check on Britney.
But she was famous then. She's not famous no more.
She just got married a few years. Well, she's getting divorced now.
She's
But
getting divorced from that Sam guy.
it wasn't that long ago.
She's almost like Michael Jackson. She's almost hit that celebrity. She couldn't go because she can't go to the store. She can't. She's so isolated, and that's how Michael Jackson felt his entire life.
Yeah, she needs interaction with people.
Everybody needs interaction.
I know, but I think that's what's kind of throwing her off right now.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on for sure.
So the media even influenced the Salem witch hunts and those murders in the 1600s.
Oh gosh,
So it goes on and on. What the media does, it's not, the media is everywhere, and it influences you. News outlets and journalism have a responsibility to report news and facts in an unbiased manner, which definitely has been forgotten in the past, and now I think it's just lost. Mm-hmm. Journalists are not doing what they are supposed to do. The tragic case of Leo Frank is completely the media's fault. His death and many other deaths have occurred because of the influence the media has on people. This story should serve as a cautionary tale of what happens when the media goes too far. Leo Frank was born Leo Max Frank on April 17th, 1884 in Cuero, Texas, to Rudolph Frank and Rachel Jacobs. They were Jewish American and moved to Brooklyn when Leo was only 3 months old. He graduated Pratt Institute in New York in 1902. Next, he went to Cornell University. He graduated in 1906 with a degree in mechanical engineering. His uncle Moses was a major shareholder for the National Pencil Company, which was a manufacturing plant. Uncle Moses got Frank a job there. Got Leo Frank a job there. Leo started working with them in August of 1908 after training and gaining the knowledge of the pencil manufacturing business. Leo was given the title of superintendent of the Atlanta, Georgia factory. Leo made $180 a week, which is equivalent. I did math.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Okay, so I totally lied. I didn't do the math because I suck at math. I went into Google and did the inflation calculator, and it told me that is equivalent to more than $5,500 per week nowadays.
Oh wow.
Which equates to $286,000 per year, or $137.50 per hour.
I want that job.
Dang. And you know what? I was just thinking about that too. That would be a really good business to get into during that time, because you have to think before that they had like quills and ink. right? Like for writing, and now they have the manufacturer company where they can manufacture like a lot of pencils. Obviously, it's like what's it called?
Assembly line,
like
mass
assembly,
production assembly line.
So there's a lot of
where
money
now
in that.
now it's just machines that do it.
Yeah,
people don't. It's not assembly line. Anyways,
that's a lot of money because it's new technology, most likely.
Yeah. So he was definitely like not underpaid. He was
rolling.
He was rolling.
He was
hard.
balling.
Not only did he earn that like base salary, he also earned a percentage of the profits.
Oh, smart.
So he was fucking like
he was a businessman for sure.
He was sitting pretty. So while in Atlanta working, he met Lucille Sillig, whom came from a wealthy Jewish family. So it's like a match made in heaven. They were happily married in November of 1910. 2 years later, in 1912, Leo was elected the president of the Brith, which is a Jewish fraternal organization. So he was very involved with his family. He was very the community, the Jewish community. Leo and Lucille enjoyed the traditional Jewish lifestyle as well as going to the opera and playing bridge. They were happy and content until April 21st, 1913, when a 13-year-old girl who worked for Leo's pencil factory was laid off due to material shortages. Which, by the way, she's 13 years old.
Yeah, there's no labor laws.
1913.
Oh, 1913, all right.
Yeah.
On April 26th, she went back to the factory around noon to collect her last pay. No one saw her alive again.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
She's 13. She disappeared.
So her name was Mary Phagan, and she was born June 1st, 1899, into a family of farmers in Georgia. Unfortunately, her father died before she was born. Before she was able to, like, be born.
Yeah.
So she was already conceived, obviously.
So he never saw her.
So her mother relocated back to the mother's hometown to be with her family in Marietta, Georgia. Then shortly after, again to East Point, Georgia, a suburb of Atlanta. Her mother opened a boarding house, and Mary had an extremely poor and inconsistent childhood, like always moving and,
And back then, single mom was probably hard back then.
Yeah.
You couldn't really work, right?
You can't even, you could, but you couldn't even get, you couldn't even open not that they had credit cards, but you couldn't get anything in your name. You had to have a man. My grandma was single in the 60s, and she had to have her uncle or her brother sign for a house, sign for a car, sign for credit cards, sign for everything for her because you needed a man to do all that. As a woman, you didn't have rights to do that, even in the 60s.
And on top of that, everybody thought less of you, like you weren't a real person. Like,
why don't you have a husband?
Yeah, like, what's wrong with you? Like, what did you do?
Like, why do you have all these kids?
It's super weird, but now it's just normal.
Yeah, so, that's true.
I don't know if that's any better, but...
But still, I mean, he died, so it wasn't like she, you know what I mean? Like, she was a widow.
Yeah, I guess you're a widower, that's not so bad.
But still, you still don't have the rights when the bank sees you, you're not able to get out alone or anything. You have to have
all
a
those
man.
chicks that dressed up like guys now, back then, you'd be set.
I think that they tried to. I think that's kind of what started the whole women's lib thing. But anyways, so she had a very poor upbringing. She didn't to move nowadays. It's not so hard as back then to have to move and be resettled and get new jobs and stuff like that. It's not okay back then.
And
they had to get horses and crap to move.
There was like a whole issue. Yeah, it wasn't just like getting a moving van. It was like getting a moving horse. It
makes more sense that that is weird. How is that even possible?
Oh, because he's on the work computer.
I told him to watch it on the work computer because I'm on here, so they're on my computer.
Oh, I was like, how is that even possible?
They're watching from my computer and commenting from it.
Oh my God, I love you, Brad. Oh my God.
I was like, wait a minute, do you have something in your hand? I was like, no.
Joy also said hi to you.
Yeah,
earlier. But that's why we go like that, so you can see.
Use
lube, not the...
Oh, you can read it.
Yeah, you can read it. He went to, so Brad had a work meeting earlier at the company that Bottles Astroglide. So he came back with that shirt and an Astroglide, like, what is it, product.
Yeah.
Like a bottle of Astroglide.
Spray on lube.
A spray on. Yeah, it wasn't an aerosol, huh?
Yeah.
So,
No,
and he,
spray it on and go.
so yeah, he had a meeting
saving
there.
the environment. One lube at a time.
We have great customers.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll do some good with the lubes.
I want a shirt.
I want a shirt. We'll see if we can get you a shirt, Joy.
Now that he knows the president.
Yeah. Maybe I'll watch this one and bring it with me on Friday. I'm going to go see Joy on Friday, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Stop talking about it. That's what you guys said earlier.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Why does it say start recording?
Because we're not recording on here. We're only right there.
Why? Dude, that was great stuff.
Because they can't see. When you're in your car, you can't see it. So I have to stop
So we
recording.
always pause it here.
And then so that way we can keep... Hey, who... I swear to God...
It's-
Brandon, stop doing angry faces.
Oh, is that Brandon?
Yes, of course that's Brandon. Dylan, make happy faces. Now. Go.
I see nothing, Dylan.
What is that? Oh, I can't see.
I can't even see what it is.
I couldn't either. What is that? No, oh, it's
I
people
think it's
just
a
loving
care
and
one.
stuff. Okay, what?
It's the care one, you know?
Oh.
How
well,
can you even see that? I can't see
I can
it.
see everything up there. I can't see anything in front of my face.
I
Oh,
ran
yeah.
out of emojis. Oh, yeah. They
Oh.
cap you.
We ran out of emojis. You can only send so many emojis at once?
Yeah, but you can send stars, but that'll just cost money. So don't
Oh,
do that.
send
Buy a
stars.
car, Go for it.
Oh, yeah. Send stars.
Send stars. We want stars. Oh, there you go. You solved those emojis. Good job, Dylan. I know you're the one that figured that out. Okay, let's get back to this. So I don't even know where I was.
We were talking about how her family
she
was
just
poor.
as fuck. Okay.
She was just...
Had to get a horse and buggy to move.
Yeah, the horse to move. Yeah.
Somebody said no. Why did
Okay.
you say no?
I don't know. Something I asked them. Who knows? Okay. So back to this. Are we ready?
Ready.
So in 1912, her mother remarried and she moved yet again, but this time to the actual city of Atlanta, Georgia. This is when she gained employment, making 10 cents an hour, working 55 hours a week.
Wow.
Whoa.
This is equivalent to $3.11 per hour nowadays, and only $171.05 per week for nowadays. $8,894 annually. Times were much different and much harder back then.
And people didn't complain.
But
Yeah.
I wonder how much.
Oh, and I forgot to
things
say
cost.
this thing. She so she's to help her family. Even before she moved to the city of Atlanta to help her family, she left school at the age of 10 and began working at the factory. So that was before her mom remarried. She'd already quit school and was like, "Fuck that! I need to go make money."
Yeah.
So then when they moved to Atlanta, she got a job at the pencil factory. And her job was to put the rubber erasers on the back of pencils.
Oh, should have manually do that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't have the machines that they have now.
Yeah.
So back to April 26th. It says 2013. I mean 1913. Mary went to Leo Frank to get her last pay, which was $1.20.
Oh, poor girl wanted $1.20.
Then,
Dude, $1.20 ended her life. Because she went there to get the
that's
dollar.
even worse.
And you know it was cash, so you could just steal it from her. It's not like it was.
No,
a
it was a
check.
check.
Can you imagine writing a check for $1.20?
That was a lot of money back then. The check
I'm just saying, writing it.
I wonder
I
how
know.
much stuff cost. Like, how much was a loaf of bread back then? Like,
probably 3 cents.
yeah.
Yeah. So she was never seen again until 3 a.m. on April 27th, 1913.
Dude, April 27th is my birthday.
That's why that date looks so familiar.
That's my birthday.
How funny. I kept looking at it too. And I was like, oh, maybe. And I kept putting 2013. But that's when we met, was April 2013. So I thought, oh, maybe it's just because that's like my anniversary month and year. But it's really supposed to be April 27th, 1913.
Wow. So her body was found on my birthday.
Yes. but like 80, 90 years prior, 80 years, 70 years prior.
That's just sad, though.
Okay, so, and she was found when Newt Lee, the night watchman, went down to the basement. Mary's dress was up around her waist, and she had bruises and scratches everywhere. There was a cord wrapped around her neck that dug in 1/4 inch, suggesting that she was strangled to death. I don't want to get into the gruesome details because this is not a murder show. But let's just say it was quite apparent she had been raped, beaten, and murdered. Blood was everywhere.
I mean, that's pretty graphic already, so yeah.
So the $1.20 didn't even matter, obviously.
No. Police improperly handled the crime scene. A trail that showed her body had been dragged through, like some dust, a dust trail type thing, because it's down in the basement. There was police footprints all through that trail. And police didn't even try to investigate footprints or fingerprints. They just haphazardly were looking at the crime scene and fucking with every piece of evidence. I swear to God, Max, our 7-year-old, could do better than these police did. Yeah. And meanwhile, there were 2 murder notes found with Mary's body.
Notes? They left notes?
Yeah, but they come up later, but what they say, they use the N-word a lot in reference to a black man. But
Was she black?
She was white.
Oh.
Because they're trying to blame a black guy.
But
always pawn it on the black dude.
Okay.
But it doesn't, I'm not even going to repeat what it says because it doesn't really make any sense, and I don't know why they would leave a murder note saying anything.
Well, you can
like
read the murder note and then just say N-word instead of saying it.
Well, no, it doesn't make any sense, though. The murder notes don't make any sense.
Well, we want to know what they say.
Well, I don't have them because I don't want to read them. They're not part of my thing. I don't have
holding
them.
out. That's not cool.
How do you not say? You say
I
there's.
think Heather
All right,
agrees.
hold
Wait a
on.
minute. You said there's 2 murder
Like,
notes,
what
but
the
I'm
hell,
not going
man?
to read them?
Okay.
That's called censorship.
Ew, that's your
Hey,
phone's
that's
phone.
on camera, man.
Oh my God.
It's called censorship, too, by the way.
He said that's on camera, man. I don't care. I'm going bald.
Why am I the only person still going here?
We do this.
Hi, guys.
Just say hi.
This
I
is when
just
you
did.
entertain them.
Yeah, start singing a song. That's what I
I'm not
usually
a monkey.
do.
I don't know how.
Well, I usually sing a song.
All by myself.
There, that works. What was the last song I sang? I just lost my husband. I don't know where he went. Because we had just come back from Pink.
You're apparently missing.
Dude,
Probably on a
I was
race.
missing from myself. I was like MIA, dude. I still got a cut right here that won't go away from it. I don't know where it came from.
From the races?
No, from Pink.
I must have fallen
Were
down
you
the
like
stairs or
moshing in the mosh? Oh,
No.
no, you weren't. I remember now.
something. Somebody
yeah.
roofied me. Dude,
Brad got roofied.
I was on the fucking lawn.
almost
It was crazy.
Positive. That is not what happened.
So just know that it can happen to men and women. Be careful. Do not keep your drinks open. And don't trust anyone.
Just because Jenna doesn't think I'm sexy anymore doesn't mean I'm not, alright?
I'm sexy and I know it.
See, the things, it
Somebody gonna give me
works.
that shirt.
Oh my gosh, you remember that song though? I'm
Right Said
a
Fred.
model and a da-da-da-da. How does it go?
It's, I don't know, just right said Fred. Dude.
And I do my little turn on the catwalk.
catwalk.
On the catwalk. I'll shake my little tush on the catwalk or
Some
something.
big giant dude singing that, yeah.
That was hilarious. Dude, I used to love that song. I forgot about it.
All right, here are they are, okay. All right.
I think it's like noteworthy to say at least one of them.
Noteworthy?
Or whatever.
The murder notes are noteworthy.
Somebody
Oh my God.
keeps sending
Yeah,
stars.
Brad.
Oh wow, 50 stars, 50 stars. Thank you for
Thank
all the stars,
you for
Brad.
the stars from us. Did you do it on your phone?
No.
Okay.
It's them.
Yeah, no, I know. Okay. So
So
Brad.
it's actually not from me. It's actually from our employees.
Yeah.
They're our friends, too.
All right. So.
Hi Mario. Who
Hi,
else
Mario.
is watching? We
I
should
don't
say
know.
hi real quick. For your engagement. Hi
Oh,
Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. Hi, Besnick and David.
Joy. Kayleen.
Still like Kayleen's name. Mark. Hi, Mark and John.
John.
Camera chick.
All right. I know I'm messing with the camera. It's okay. We're
We
just going to
always
get
do.
motion
I
sick.
got
That's.
blue again.
500 stars. Wow, thank you.
Wow. Who knew?
500 stars, you get a kiss.
Mwah, mwah,
Oh my
mwah.
gosh, wait. 500 stars. Stars so shiny.
Stars.
Go like this, Brad. So shiny. So shiny.
Stupid. Like, what am I doing here?
All right, let's get back to this. Okay.
Welcome to the shit show.
1, 2, 3, and go. So I found the notes, and the first note said, quote unquote, he said he would love me, land down, play like the night witch, did it, but that long, tall, black N-word did boy his self. I told you, it doesn't make any sense. The next one says, ma'am, that N-word higher down here did this. I want to make water, and he pushed me down that hole, a long, tall N-word black, that who it was, long, slim, tall N-word, I write while play with me.
The rich white guy did this, trying to make it
Yeah.
sound like a stupid black guy.
He's totally
was
saying...
totally uneducated back in that day. Like,
yeah, he's totally
playing it.
totally trying to say that, like, that blame it on this black person.
Wait, so all of this stuff is not what we're focused on. We're not focused on the trial. We're focused on how the media fucked with the trial.
But wouldn't this be part of it? Because this is
Not
evidence
the
in the
media.
trial?
Here,
So
move your
did the
face
media
back.
actually see that?
Yes.
So then it could be
Okay,
part of
why
the
don't we find out together?
Okay.
Because I already know.
Together.
But we can do it together now.
Together forever.
Okay.
Just the three of us.
Oh my gosh,
We can
Suzanne
make
Summers
it.
just died, R.I.P.
I heard about that.
Because she was in the Three's Company, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god. I feel like we're
And
more
the
the...
Thigh Master commercial, don't forget.
I feel like we're more the Three Stooges than the Three's Company, but...
Well, I mean,
You do you.
It just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had to say
Oh, I don't want to be
R.I.P.
the other one. I don't want to be the short brown-haired one. We're part of Three's Company.
I forget what her name was.
I don't even know their
I don't know,
names.
she seems like a Janice. I think it was Janet.
It was Janet. Because Chrissy was
The
Suzanne
blonde
Summers,
one.
right?
And then,
Yeah.
who was the other one? What was his name? Like George or Harris or something?
I don't even know their names.
It was John Ritter, but he was a...
Who cares?
All right, fine.
Okay, so back to this.
I don't
Remember the
remember.
Regal Beagle? That's where they used to go
Oh
party.
my fucking
Oh my
That's their
gosh.
bar.
Wait, wasn't there like a beaver place in... Oh, I'm thinking Belching Beaver.
That's here in San Diego.
I know, that's what I thought of when you said
They stay
beaver.
hidden.
No, we know that we're in San Diego. Okay.
Oh, Jack!
Hi, Jack.
No.
No, that's
Oh.
Jack, dude.
Okay.
Hey, it's a birthday celebration, okay?
Okay. Whoop, whoop. And when this airs, I will be hungover.
I'm still drinking coffee.
I know, me too. I have so much. Okay, let's
I have
continue.
beer.
Fucking Christ. Can we move forward? Let me pause this so I know where to pause it, because you know what? I can fix
You're
that.
no fun, Jenna.
I'm a fucking riot.
Ray of Sunshine is your actual normal.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and go. At first, police thought Newt Lee had moved the body. Newt Lee was arrested, as well as one of Mary's friends and co-worker Alonzo Mann. Both Newt and Alonzo were cleared pretty quickly and released. New information came to light when police found blood and hair on the second floor near Leo Frank's office. April 29, 2013, Leo Frank was arrested for the murder. He was only 29 years old. Leo was held at Fulton County Jail. The Atlanta Georgian, an Atlanta-based news publication, ran with the story. It was definitely a hot topic. Wealthy man brutally rapes and murders a young girl. What the papers failed to put a spotlight on was the fact that the police had arrested another man 2 days after Leo Frank was arrested. That other man was a janitor by the name of Jim Connolly. Jim Connolly was seen washing a shirt that had looked like it was soaked in blood. They also started to believe Jim wrote the murder notes, and Jim was a black man. After being interrogated for 2 weeks, Jim finally caved and said that Leo had paid him to write the notes after he had confessed to murdering Mary. Investigators got Jim to write 3 different affidavits against Leo. And get this, the small details in the written affidavits were not consistent. His story kept changing, other than the 3 main points that Frank murdered Mary. Frank paid Jim to dispose of the body and write the notes, and the notes were placed to implicate Newt Lee or William Knoll, another factory worker. And you are right, Brad, that they were trying to pin it on a black man because back then they thought that they were like stupid and can't read, and you know. Leo Frank's lawyers thought that the mismatched affidavits would hold no water with the jury and it would all just be fine. Unfortunately, through media coverage, the world learned that Leo Frank was Jewish, which news outlets really emphasized, and at the time, much of America had a history of anti-Semitism. The Atlanta Georgian would write many publications incriminating Leo Frank and being biased and pushing the narrative that for sure Leo did it. They even doctored up a photo and put the head of Mary on an even worse battered body.
Oh my gosh.
A picture that was supposedly taken at the morgue.
So
they lied to be like, this is what he did to her. Look at this.
And they put it for the public to view?
Yeah. In the newspaper. The paper
that's disgusting. She was only 13.
Yeah, and the paper even offered an $1,800 reward for any information leading to an arrest. Newspapers across the country combined the truth, rumors, and speculation, all with a biased view against Leo Frank and the fact that he was Jewish.
But wasn't there blood found by his office, so that's kind of suspect anyway.
But they find out later that it wasn't hers, and they find out everything later.
They couldn't even know.
But
yeah, but it's still like, it's just...
There's no DNA in 1913.
Oh yeah, there's no DNA.
There's no DNA.
It's blood.
When
That's about it.
When the public spoke out about the case and their opinions were brought to light, they were unanimous. Leo Frank was a murderer, and they expected Leo to be brought to justice and pay for Mary's murder. The prosecutor in the case was Hugh Dorsey, and he was already on thin ice, as he had already lost his last two high-profile cases. In Hugh Dorsey's mind, Leo Frank was guilty and he would not lose. May 23rd, 1913, the trial began, only a mere 1 month later, after the murders. Which I think is like really quick, that they would even be able to indict and do all this stuff like that quickly. 1 month is crazy.
I mean, there's people that in now in our justice system that sit for years in jail.
But it's because there's like 100,000 people like with all these things going on. Not back then. There's like 10 people.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
I thought about that too. But even back then, I think it took longer than a month. I think they sped it up because of the media, and that's the point of that. So Hugh Dorsey barely had enough evidence for an indictment, but promised he would have more at the trial. And the fucking jury, who is biased, allowed that and said, cool, let's do an let's indict him. Yeah. Let's roll with it on the promise that you'll get more evidence because you don't have enough to charge him right now. But hey, I'm sure you'll find some because...
Oh yeah, we're gonna make sure you find some.
Yeah. Leo Frank's legal team tried to tell the media that it was Jim Conley who was the murderer and that he acted alone. The media had already made up their minds. Leo's legal team tried to indict Jim, but the jury denied their request.
Oh, wow.
July 28th, 1913, the real trial started at Fulton County Superior Court. There were hundreds of spectators inside and hundreds more outside that were like peering through windows. During trial, there were several witnesses of Leo Frank's timeline and that he simply would not have had the time to do the murder. While the prosecutors tried to paint a picture of Leo being grabby with the girls and having secret rendezvous in his office, the several girls that stood witness claimed that they had never seen Leo flirt, touch, or do anything inappropriate with any of the workers. They all said he was a good guy. While the trial moved on to times, they realized that many did not even arrive to his office. Oh, Mary. Sorry. While the trial moved on to like the times and when, like the time frame, they realized that Mary could not have even arrived to his office until 12:15 or so because of the train schedule. So they're like, it's a 2 to 4 minute walk. The train arrived at like 12:09. You know?
Yeah.
And so therefore, Leo couldn't have murdered her at noon because she wasn't even there.
Yeah, it didn't match the timeline.
Nothing was matching up.
Nothing added up. Yeah.
So they theorized that the murder would have taken about 30 minutes. So they're like starting to like piece all the timelines together. Mm-hmm. So the trial goes back and forth. And since we're here to talk about the media interference, we're going to get back to that because I'm not going to sit here and tell you about a trial that lasted for 2 years. Yeah. Because there's no point in that. So at the end of the day, Leo Frank was found guilty and was sentenced to death by hanging.
Whoa, they did death by hanging?
Uh-huh, he was one of the last ones.
Wow.
That were sentenced to that.
That's crazy.
Leo's legal team worked to appeal his conviction, citing that he was the victim of a biased jury and a prejudiced community. None of the appeals worked. Luckily, his lawyers never stopped and was able to get the governor, John Sayatan, who had been elected in 1912, and his term was coming to an end with like 4 days left. They were able to contact him, and he removed the death penalty and changed it just to life in prison.
Oh.
Knowing that there would be backlash, Salton gave a statement to justify his actions to the public. He stated that with the new evidence that there was new evidence that was brought to him, he is not 100% that he murdered Mary. And he goes on to list the evidence to prove his point. So he's there listing all this, the reasoning why he changed his mind and that he doesn't want him to be hung. Mm-hmm. He said he would pardon Leo if he hadn't believed he would be out because of this evidence just on his own. Like, he doesn't even need to pardon him because he'll be out in like a month anyway.
Yeah.
The public went fucking apeshit crazy. A mob formed outside his home. The police and the Georgia National Guard had to come in. The governor and his wife moved because of the madness, moved out of Georgia. And he was a favorable governor. Like, people really liked him. And he had to fucking move out of town because the media was so fucking crazy.
That's pretty crazy if they had to move.
Right before Salton changed his sentencing, the prison had moved him to Milledgeville State Penitentiary. So they knew that the mayor was going to change the sentencing, so they moved him in the middle of the night for his safety.
Yeah, they had to do it under, like, the cover of the night.
Yeah, and this new prison was 150 miles away and was heavily guarded. Also, and like I said, it was done in the middle of the night, and this was all done for Leo's protection because they knew that there would be backlash, and they didn't want somebody to know where he was and invade the prison. Except a few days later, the New York Times reported a fellow inmate, William Crean, attempted to murder Leo with a 7-inch butcher knife, slitting his throat.
Oh my.
And his aorta.
Whoa.
But he survived. Surprisingly. He survived. And and this guy William Crean thought that he was doing the prison a favor because he was like, we don't need that kind of shit here. He's a murderer, he's this. Well, I don't want any part of this shit in my prison.
Well, also...
And then, because he's like, I have to live here. Like, fuck this. Get this guy out of here.
Prison.
Yeah, we run a clean prison, right?
Then also the other thing, too, is, like, even nowadays, if you go to jail and people find out you're, like, a baby killer or a child, you hurt children, or you're, like, a rapist or anything against children or women, like, they will kill you. They will kill you.
They'll handle it in there, yeah. So then 4 days later, Tom Watson wrote a piece in the Jeffersonian and Watson's magazine advocating for Leo's lynching. So this reporter is saying, I want Leo Frank should be lynched. He should be hung. This is bullshit. He already got slit by a knife. He should have done the job. And like, putting it into let's finish it off. Yeah. So this, of course, caught the eyes of men that named themselves, it's a group of men that named themselves Vigilance Committee, and set a plan to kidnap Leo from prison and hang him themselves. They had a well thought out plan. Each of the 28 men had a job to do. There was an electrician to cut the wires, a locksmith to pick the locks, everything. They even had lookouts for the town ahead. So as they were going through one town, that town, the lookout will call the next town to say they're coming. They're coming to be lookout, and they did it in the dead of night. On August 16th, 1915, 8 cars piled with these vigilantes broke into the prison, subduing the guards. But not one single shot was fired. So were they really subduing the guards, or were the guards in on it?
They had to be in on it, unless what they do, like choke them out or
The
something.
guards are always in on it.
Yeah.
They sell you drugs and cell phones, like they're always in on it.
So they stole Leo Frank, drove 175 miles to Mary's hometown of Marietta, Georgia, and hung him in a tree facing Mary's childhood home.
Oh, wow.
Hundreds of people came to see him, even preachers, it was like everybody wanted to see his body. Who were these 28 men? The truth did not come out until June 2000. Some of these names were governors, mayors, lawyers, bankers, current and former sheriffs at the time.
That's who went out and lynched him?
Uh-huh. A group of governors, mayors of Georgia. The mayor of that county.
Did they do it for political reasons or just because the media pressured them?
The media was they're blaming the media for anti-Semitism because he's Jewish. And photos of the lynching were put on postcards and sold for 25 cents.
That's a lot of money if you make only 10 cents an hour.
And pieces of the rope, Leo's clothes, all sorts of souvenirs, pieces of the tree.
Check for $1.20.
Pieces of the tree were sold.
Pieces of the tree?
The leaves, everything.
The poor tree had to die too?
Yes. After the hanging, over 3,000 Jews had to leave Georgia.
Wow.
And the ones that stuck around...
What
the ones that stuck around could hardly leave their house, and they had to board up their windows, even during the trial. So the Jewish people that were living in Georgia at the time had to have their windows boarded up. They were being harassed in the streets just because they were Jewish. So they had to either say that they weren't Jewish, or they had to, all because the media was emphasizing that a Jewish man did this to a girl.
And this was 1950?
And also because he was a high-standing person in the Jewish community.
So if he could do this, then somebody who's lower
would follow suit and is probably raping and murdering little girls too. Yeah,
the lower class would be worse if he's the upper class.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So Tom Watson wrote in the Jeffersonian, the headline was, "The voice of the people is the voice of God." Saying God would have wanted him hung. Due to Tom Watson's anti-Leo Frank articles, the Jeffersonian went from selling 25,000 per issue pre-trial to 87,000 by the time Leo had died.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Mm-hmm. And people love the drama, and they love exciting news over the truth. After years, 71 to be exact, of re-examining the case and trying to bring justice to Leo's death in a murder he did not commit, they finally did it. They had enough evidence to prove that Leo was innocent. He was posthumously pardoned by the Georgia State Board in June of 1986.
1986?
Yeah. The main reason was Mary's friend, Alonzo Mann, finally came forward to say he had lied.
Wait, who lied?
Alonzo Mann, the friend and co-worker that was arrested, was one of the first people arrested.
Yeah.
He saw Jim Conley holding Mary's dead body, and Jim said if Alonzo said anything, he would kill him. Alonzo even told his mom, and his mom said to be quiet, don't say anything.
Well, yeah, she's going to protect her kid, but fuck.
Alonzo's new testimony, along with witnesses who said they lied, and all the new evidence, it was clear that Leo Frank was not given a fair trial. So this case is more not so much if he did it or not, the fairness of the trial because of the media bias.
Yes.
While the Georgia Board of Pardons and Patrols did not declare Leo Frank as innocent, they did say there was an injustice done to him and the state did not protect him as they were supposed to do by law. It is clear the role the biased media played in this trial, as well as so many other trials and events that happened. So the question is, how do we, as normal people, get the truth? So for one, we can listen to us because we tell the truth.
Listen to Conspiracies
Unlocked because we tell the truth. No, but really, so one, diversify your sources. If you hear something on CNN, see what Fox and ABC and CBS has to say about it as well. It's like with everything in life. There are two sides to every story, and the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Number two, you can fact check. Do not share fake shit on social media. That is how you are contributing to the divide of humanity, as well as spreading bullshit. I'm not going to lie, I've been guilty of it. But then I realized most of what is going on around social media, the memes, the cartoons, the GIFs, the reels, etc., are completely false and are put there for clickbait or because they know people will believe it.
And just entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Number 3, be mindful of emotional appeals. Just like in the Leo Frank case, everyone was so focused on the murder of Mary, they threw out facts out the window. The timeline didn't even make sense, and they just threw out the facts because the media swayed their decision and pulled at their heartstrings. The media is doing it with Israel and Palestine right now. You hear about the killings on both sides with hardly any factual information, just people are dying. Well, how are we supposed to make any sort of opinion? They're pulling at our heartstrings. Number 4 would be recognize your own bias. I know, you don't have any bias and you are neutral. Well, that's all fucking bullshit. Everyone is biased to some degree. If a 50-year-old male got hit by a car and a 5-year-old got hit by a car, who would you feel worse for? The 5-year-old. There's your bias. The facts are 2 people got hit by a car and died, but you feel worse for the 5-year-old. That's bias. That's emotional bias. That is a bias that the media can use to get to your emotional side, or politically, if you are liberal, you will have a left blue leaning view, same as Republican, having a right red leaning view. Realizing we are all a little biased can help you be self-aware of it and help you navigate through biased media.
Be purple.
So,
Be purple.
be in the middle, red and blue, be purple. So that is my Leo K story and how the media killed him. Because he should have sat and rotted in jail if he had done it. The truth would have come out and it would have gotten handled. And I'm sure that they would have if they had more evidence that proved that he did do it. That maybe he would have.
But the fact that people lied, it messed up everything too, though. Because they weren't honest. So
yeah, the media wasn't honest, and they were perpetuating the wrong information. Not only the wrong information, but the wrong facts about the wrong people.
It's funny.
So, do you guys have any thoughts before I wrap up the recording?
I mean, I guess the only thought that I have is that, well, not the only thought, but one of the thoughts I have is that I didn't realize how powerful the media was that long ago. In my mind, media got powerful once, like, the television was invented.
Or social media.
But, well, I'm thinking, like, television, because that's when, like, they started doing, like, you know, more broadcasting to more people, so they had more reach. I mean, they did have the radio, which was also media. But, so I guess with the radio and the television, just because they could reach more people more rapidly than, like, a newspaper, you have to wait for, you know, and you may or may not get the newspaper or whatever. But, I don't know, I just never thought that it was that bad. Well, I knew it was bad. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I didn't
know that the media was so influential back then.
Yeah, you thought
That's
it was
my point.
unbiased. You thought it was more unbiased, and I did too. And then also you don't really think about it. Like, it's not something that you think about until like you bring it to light, like I just did. I never thought about it either until something caught my eye online a few weeks ago, and so I looked more into it and found this case, and I was like, oh my god.
Because you're talking
People
about,
need to know about this. Like, the media
about
is massive, like, really biased. And
1913, 1915.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so
that was
long
when journalism
ago.
was supposed to still be real and factual. I mean, Brad's mom worked at the newspaper, and she used to say that it was super factual just a few years ago, when obviously it wasn't even factual then.
It's a lot closer to me than the internet. The internet is like the radio you're trying to, and the TV you're trying to sell something.
Yeah.
You're selling a product, whereas the newspaper, people want to read that to get facts. Like, that's what it, in my opinion, that's what it was for.
That makes sense, except do you think the newspaper writers know that, so they can put whatever they want because
back then, like, if you watch movies, there used to be investigative reporters and things like that. Now everybody's like, you watch, like you said, you watch CNN. Oh, this happened because of this. And then you watch Fox, they say the exact same thing, but against the other person. They're like literally just like, so obviously both of you are probably lying a little bit. Like, and
somewhere in the middle is the truth.
For, you know, like, let's go right, let's go left. We got to, you know, make money and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So be investigative. Do your work.
Yes. So this doesn't happen again. And actually, there was a lot of good that came from it. They did make different laws and stuff in Leo Frank's honor, and things did happen, discriminatory laws and unbiased and things like that.
Took like 60 years.
It did. That is correct.
Fucking ridiculous.
So, yeah. So, okay, well, don't forget to like, share, comment, and email us your thoughts, conspiraciesunlocked@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening.
Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Did you say that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
We're still recording on here, though.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Hi.
Hello.
Hi,
Did you see what they wrote?
I did. A ketchup versus no ketchup on hot dog.
Y'all should do a show on a controversial topic of ketchup versus no ketchup on hot dogs.
No ketchup on a hot dog. It's not right.
Okay, so my thought on that is it has to have a lot of mustard and...
I like the onions at Costco,
Do
but they
you like
took them
ketchup
away.
on the hot dog? That's the
Yes.
whole damn point.
Yes.
Not really. I like more
I do.
mustard.
Yeah, because ketchup's gross on a hot dog. It's not right.
I like mustard and I like the dill relish, not sweet. Sweet is disgusting. It has to be the dill relish.
You guys are fucking weird.
I think the sweet relish is good on like a hot sausage. It like tames it down.
I don't like any
But
sweet
ketchup,
relish.
dude, gross.
I don't like ketchup
I'm
or
so
mayonnaise.
glad that we're finding all this out. I'm so excited.
Are you
Dude,
so
this
excited?
has been a huge conversation at work forever about the ketchup on the hot dog thing.
Oh, really?
That's why fucking goddamn it had to be.
Oh, it was.
Shut
It was
up.
Brad. Yeah, it was you.
Yeah.
And Julius. Hi, Julius. Is that
Hi,
Julius?
Yeah, Julius.
And Maria. Maria?
Mira.
Mira. Miramax. Wait, Miramax?
Yeah.
Oh,
Play
is
on
that
words.
supposed to be like that?
Yeah.
We should add Brad. Who's it behind
No,
the
we
camera?
can't because it's a computer.
Oh.
Brad has his phone with him. So, yeah.
Just kidding, we can't add you.
JK. Okay, so are we all done? Do we get to go to lunch now?
We get to
Yeah,
go eat
it's starving.
food. We're gonna
Yeah, our 30-minute podcast, we said, Brad, it'll only be like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
It's fine.
like an hour
It's been
and a
like an
half.
hour and a half.
eat food. Oh, there's a
Oops.
mad face.
Yeah, and you know who did that?
Brandon.
You can finally send shit again, and that's what you send?
Because you ain't got your own Facebook, you gotta use somebody else's.
Loser! Okay.
Bye.
That'll be our cover. We're gonna go like this. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god. And then Joy said I was out of frame. I wonder if...
I moved
Look,
it.
Alright, it's hot in here. I'm out.
Oh, you totally were out of
Well,
frame.
this
Oh
is
my
on the
gosh, it
birthday
did
one.
do
It's
it.
so hot in here.
It's so hot. I know.
Did
I have
what?
this sweater on. Oh no, that's just. I thought that was it.
There's an
What-
AC unit like in the living room.
I wonder if it... Hey, guys. Hey, Joy, are you still listening? Or Dylan or Brandon?
They're there. They're.
Look at me. Okay, so if I'm like this, am I out of frame?
Tight.
What did it say? Slow connection. Fucking forget it.
No, they
Oh.
said what? They said what?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes,
Yes.
I'm out of frame. So if I just go like that, because it looks like I'm in frame, but I'm completely out.
Wait,
So-
you're completely out, or just half
I
of your
think-
face is out? How much is out? Half.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. I thought that I was all the way out. Thanks, Joy. I thought that I was all the way out. So, am I... Okay. Just half your face. Okay, so what we see is what we get then.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. I thought that maybe what we see is like, once it goes on there, it's like even smaller, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's useful. That's super useful. At least Joy's smart.
Oh, what did
All
she
right.
type?
She just sent me a screenshot.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, yeah. See, it's half. That's fine. So that's what we see. Okay, cool.
Oh, okay.
Good to know. All right, guys, we're going to go to lunch. My
So
birthday
hungry.
lunch and have lots of drinks. Okay, thank you guys so much for enjoying our birthday. And we'll go live again at some other time when we're like bowling or having drinks or something.
We're gonna bowl.
We're gonna bowl. I'm taking the boys to go bowling tonight for my birthday. So, bye. See you guys soon.